Alright guys, this is Cosmic. Just wanted to bring a funny little video showing a bug. This bug's been in the game since basically as long as the game has been around. As you can see, I'm wearing a very weird build to showcase this. Basically, this is a player killer bug. It allows you to kill players wherever they are. So if a player's right here, I can kill them here, I can kill them in here, I can kill them out in the open world. Take your pick. So this one is going to use a skill. It doesn't have to be this skill. There are other skills that stay on the ground for a long enough period of time. There's also, on the Necromancer, there's the Bone Spirit, which flies across the screen very slowly and stays out in the air for quite a long time. So if you aim that at a player, that will work as well from super far away. Anyway, let me go ahead and demonstrate the bug. The way this works is the brawling area here. When you're inside the brawling area, as soon as you go in there, any skill that is anywhere in the game becomes hostile to other players. Now, the thing is in the brawling area, if you kill a player inside here, let me just go inside here real fast. If I kill a player in here, they don't technically die, they just revive. They don't lose durability of their items, anything like that. They also don't lose their character in hardcore. But in this case, our character will be lost in hardcore if they die in this fashion. So if you die in this way, you lose your character in hardcore. So there we go. We're going to cast Earthquake. So basically this stays on the ground for 8 seconds. In this case, I have a generic multiplier from LOD, gem, and then we have the Blade of the Tribes giving 800%. On top of that, we have extra poison damage over time, and then extra bleed damage over time. So this is just going to stack onto the damage over time effect, and then we're also freezing him. So I'm going to cast the skill, and then go inside the brawling area, and then boom, you see that he's procced. And you see now he's dead. So basically this works with every skill that kind of has a ground damage over time effect, like Meteor, Bombardment can work. There's some runes on Heaven's Fury that I believe work for the Crusader. Hungering Arrow works. I believe Reign of Vengeance works. Bone Spirit, obviously mentioned with the Necromancer. That might be the only skill I can think of. Perhaps Bone Spear works as well. I believe it does because it stays in the air for long enough. But it, the longest skill that stays on the ground is the Earthquake. And so if I cast an Earthquake, I freeze them in place. It does damage to them over 8 seconds. And they're bleeding and poisoned. So that's quite a bit of damage. There's not really a chance for them to survive that. So again, same thing here. We go in here, and then there he is. He's dying. And then there he is. He's dead. So it works every time pretty much. Sometimes the game bugs out and it won't let them die. If you just started a brand new game and that player has not been out in the open world or in a greater rift, there's a funny bug where they go into a sort of stasis where they can't take damage. Anyway, so yes, if you do this in hardcore, whoever you kill will lose their character, so keep that in mind. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do, but just keep in mind that I'm not responsible if you decide to do whatever you want to do with this. I do believe this bug works on all the platforms, PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. I might be mistaken, but as far as I know, it's kind of hard-coded into the way that hostility works in this game. So player killing is a thing. My advice, if you want to just have fun in like a public game and you notice someone's dilly-dallying in town, I've shown this to a few people, and that's exactly what they do. They'll go into a public game and just kind of mess around, and if someone goes AFK, they come back and they're like, oh, why is my character dead? That's basically what this is for. But, you know, if people were to lose their characters to this in hardcore, I wouldn't be super shocked if Blizzard eventually, over time, took those emails and said, okay, we should fix this. Because it's not that hard to fix. You basically just say, you just write in a piece of code that says, all right, if I lose my character in this way, they don't die in hardcore. Or just make it so that the brawling area doesn't exist, because nobody even actually goes in there and does anything. So if you ask anyone who plays this game, nobody spends any time in the brawling area. So anywho, that's basically it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys a little laugh. Some of you guys have already seen this before. I've played with people in games and shown them this and explained it to them. But it's not exactly common knowledge at this point. And yeah, just wanted to share this, and hopefully you got a good laugh out of it. Take care. See you in the next one.